everybody. Thank you for our morning chat. I hope everybody's doing well out. Uh-oh. Trying to clean up my outdoor office area, and my trash bag has a hole in it, so that doesn't work too well. For all of you guys that are going to watch this in the replay, I appreciate you. Thank you as you're watching the replay to give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that alert bell. We appreciate you tremendously for that. I think my morning banana is overripe. Yeah, I don't like it. We'll give a few minutes for people to start coming in. It's a beautiful morning here. I mean, Halloween's right around the corner. We're having a big Halloween party this Saturday, so we've got a lot of work to do today for that. But it is a beautiful morning, guys. I mean, absolutely gorgeous here. So as you come in, give us a thumbs up, say hello, drop something in the chat. And we got a lot to discuss.
Expedia members get member prices and rewards.
There we go. Get the camera where you guys can maybe see me a tiny bit better. See my beautiful face this morning. So, how is everybody doing in their part of the world? You know, we need rain really bad in this part of the world. We haven't had rain in, gosh, I don't know how long. We've had so many brush fires and grass fires all over the area. It's just too dry here, too dry. So we need some moisture. We'll maybe get a little bit next week. I can look out here and see all of my rose bushes all drying up. We need some rain. 4 people in the house, thank y'all. Luffy's here, long time no see. Luffy, how are you? Good morning to you. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. We appreciate that. Things going well for you. It's a beautiful day here. A little breezy, a little cool, but it's supposed to warm up to be a really nice day. So we appreciate you guys coming in. I don't know what my dog's doing. My dog's doing something strange. So we're going to talk a little bit about the body that was found in the Philippines. I think it's a definitive answer has come out now, so we can check that off and say that's no longer a possibility as part of the kidnapping of Elliot Eastman, which is hopefully good news for his family, but I'm not quite for sure if it is. 7 people watching. You know, guys, drop some chats. Let me know who's here. Tell me who you are. You know, just say hi to everybody. And give us some thumbs up as you come in. 10 people watching. Thank you for all for being here. I know we get a big flurry of people that come in right away to see what's the exciting going on. And is it a pretty Filipina shaking her boobies or not? Well, it's not a pretty Filipina shaking her boobies. It's just me. A lot of you guys will chicken out because you go, oh, well, that's not a girl shaking her skin or showing her boobs. So I'm going to go find a different live stream because, you know, all you care about is looking at girls. And I get that. Hey, so I am in. Hey, everyone in the chat, like and subscribe. Thank you for that. Appreciate the encouragement and the assist there, Luffy. So, yeah. Uh-oh. I just know it. I think the birds are mad at me. DTG Cap says hello to you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you being here. I need to refill all of the bird feeders, and one of them's down on the ground. I think the birds got mad and threw the damn bird feeder on the ground. Selfish, greedy birds. Well, you know, today's Friday in our part of the country. We got a lot to do to get ready for tomorrow's big Halloween party that we're having. You guys are all invited. Just tune back in at 6 p.m. my time. So, you know, 6 p.m. in the evening here, and you guys can watch this big Filipino house party or Halloween party we're going to have. But other than that, what's been going on in the news and the media for the last week or two related to the Philippines and Americans is the missing American in the Philippines. He was down in the southern Philippines, which is a Muslim community. He married to a young Muslim woman. Elliot Eastman is his name. Hang on. I gotta pick the dog up. I know, you're snorting and growling and moaning and bitching. Say hello. Oh, yeah? All right, sit down. So, this young person, Dennis, hey, Dennis, good morning to you. Dennis, we were talking about you last night. Was your ears burning? So the kid from Vermont moved to the Philippines, lived there about 5 months, and he was kidnapped. But it's obvious right now that it was not for ransom. There is not a ransom made, no demands, no contact. The body they did find the other day, where we all speculated was or was it not him, and I was about no, I think I was at 60-40 that it was not him. Well, Dennis, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way, buddy. Appreciate you. So I was about 60-40 that it was not him. It has come out officially through the government and the news media in the Philippines that the body is not that of Elliot Eastman. Lumpy, it's really not a cold. It's more just allergies, seasonal stuff around here. You know, we get a lot of up and down weather, and so you get things thinking this, and you know, it's just the weather. I've been this way all of my life, living in this part of the country. So, not really a cold, just, you know, you kind of, when you're old like me, you kind of got it takes a couple of minutes to get your body moving and get your gears working again. And that goes the same way for my throat, my nose, my head. You know, I kind of got to shake the cobwebs off every morning. So, Dennis, how are you doing, buddy? Are you still traveling? But good news, I guess, for the kid's family, maybe, that the body was not his. The body is that of a local man. Apparently, there's two families or groups of people that are feuding in that region of the Philippines. And they have kind of like a gang war or turf war going on. And GHJ, hello to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. So they kind of have a turf war going on, gang war, whatever you want to call it, feud. Maybe it's a family feud, two different families fighting with each other. It sounds like it might be over the control of fishing grounds, stuff like that, but who knows? It's probably kind of like a Hatfield and McCoy situation. The person that was washed up on shore has been identified as the driver of one of the boats for one of the commanders in that area. They gave his name, but for me, his name's not important because what they said was he didn't have a real name. All they knew him by was his alias, but his wife did identify him as her husband. So I don't know if he even had a real name versus the name that he went by. So, GHJ, thank you for being here, and hope things are going well for you in your part of the world. So, the body is definitely not that of Elliot Eastman. So, the question still remains, and this is kind of where, what do we do now? If that wasn't him, a couple of questions I have. Did the Philippine government already kind of give up looking for Eastman? Or are they just taking a passive approach, going, well, we'll just kind of wait and see what happens? And if the body pops up, or if he pops up, or if something changes, then we will address it at the time. But, we're not going to. I questioned how much resources they would be willing to donate or commit to this endeavor. Craig is in the house. No one cares, Craig. No one cares about the Eastman kid from the Philippines, you mean? Or no one cares about anything. So, yeah, so the body's not his, was not Eastman. Okay. You haven't heard anything else really about the search for Eastman. So are they searching? And like Craig is asking, no one cares whether he's missing or not missing. Is this a hoax that Eastman is trying to pull off? Was he shot and dragged out into the wood or the jungle? I do think the more time that goes along, nobody will ever know what happened. Because I really don't think that, like Craig is saying, or at least I'm going to interpret what Craig is saying, and thank you for being here, Craig, that I don't think people of the Philippines give us their asshats. I don't think they care. I don't think their community cares. I don't think his family cares. I don't think anybody but the people here in America, his mom, his sister, those people probably care. But from talking to average people in the Philippines the last couple of days, friends of ours, just asking them, hey, what do you think or what do you know? They're like, oh. So in the Philippines, this story is a non-story. It's like, most people, to be honest, that I've talked to that lives in the Philippines have said, if the guy was that stupid to go live in that community and do the things that he did, then who cares? For the lack of more words, Craig. So I think there's a really good chance that that's kind of where that's going. I will be surprised, shocked and surprised if anything happens. But so for today, and I just dropped a video, just 1 minute and a half minute long video about this because I like to follow up. I had a lot of people ask me, so I threw that out saying, okay, here's what the government has said, here's what has happened, and but as of right now, you can watch the little 1.5 minute video, but it's not him. So what do we do now? I don't think the Philippines will do anything. The United States government's not doing anything. They've absolutely taken a step back and said, call us when you figure something else. Dennis says, yes, CP, our alien go-between. He is our alien go-between. He's the master of both worlds, so. Well, I was going to ask Dennis a question, but I forgot now. Dang it, I lost my brain. I think the aliens got my brain because, but I got to go to Walmart in a little bit. We got to buy some more alcohol for all the alcoholics that are coming to our party tomorrow, and a few grocery items so that Lorelai can have the biggest, best Filipina Halloween party they've ever heard of, even though none of them ever heard one before. So by far, I know nothing. I've told this before. If it wasn't a report, and maybe the report sounds true, that the kid was shot in the leg, then I would say it's a hoax, but it sounds like he was shot. So Craig says the aliens have not been reporting to him about things on our wonderful planet as of late. So, you know, we're getting close to election here in America. If you guys didn't know, we're getting close. I talked to Jack this morning. He just a few minutes ago. He apparently found money somewhere because he's drunk as a skunk. So he called me all drunk. So I don't know where he got the money from, but somebody got him some money. So, you know, but he's doing okay. I know somebody was asking last night how he's doing, and Jack's doing fine. He got his internet back on apparently. So him and him and Michael McFarland were hanging out this morning. So which I'm sure there is some good stimulating comment. Greg says, I know nothing. Greg was for food. Monday is asking, bro, do you know what BMW S1000RR is? I do not, but it sounds like a motorcycle. I don't know. Belgium Motor Works S11000RR. That kind of sounds like a motorcycle to me. Dennis says 2 peas in the pot. Yeah, can you imagine that? Dennis, can you imagine that? It's kind of like if you put him. Do you know Michael Johnson who comes on? He's openly like Michael McFarland about being a serious alcoholic. So you get the 3 of them together, and man, it's non-coherent live stream going into 6 different directions. Aliens do not exist from Monday. Well, I don't know about that. Do you truly think we are the only living humanoid or species in the whole entire gigantic galaxy? You know, do you really think that? Okay, see, I got it kind of right. You know, it's one of the most fastest legal street bikes out there. I have an e-bike. I have an e-bicycle. It goes up to like 18 miles an hour. Dennis says, can't believe they are still alive. He said, dude, yeah. But I don't know, man. I think it'd be hard, and we can talk about aliens. I think it's fun. I think it would be arrogant. Maybe it's, you know, humans are arrogant. I think it's part of our DNA. For me, I personally cannot believe that we are the only life, this planet is the only life form in the entire God. I just can't believe it. I'm not necessarily saying that I know that there's humanoid-like beings, but even if I just can't believe we are the only one. And the other thing I won't accept that you have to, the only way you can be intelligent is to look like us. You know, not me, because I'm not intelligent, but like humanoids. Okay, so Monday says that motorcycle that he likes costs $50,000. Great. Are you going to buy me one? If you're going to buy me one, I will buy it and I'll show you pictures of it. That's the best I can do for you Monday. Are they, what part of the world are they sold in? All over the world or just, you know, here and there? But I promise you, you send me the money, you can super chat me and send me the money, and I'll go out and buy one for you. Monday has got to kidnap kids. Okay. Dennis says 1% that they're out there. We're at the bottom of the universe chain. Earth people are sheep. I agree with that. We are sheep. We believe any damn thing. I think aliens do exist, but they are superior than us, and they never want to reveal themselves. I agree. I would agree. Monday says he's broke. You're broke, but you're dreaming of an expensive motorcycle. Well, Yeah, I like that cartoon that we see on Facebook once in a while. That when aliens fly by the planet Earth, they roll up their windows, because they don't want the Earth trash to affect them. You know, we're the trash of the universe. I kind of like that concept that we're the trash of the universe. So we got 13 people watching. Give us some more thumbs up and drop some chats in there. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We are the entertainment channel. That's it, right? Extraterrestrial, not alien. There you go. I think there is a distinction. Aliens are the ones that are crossing the borders illegally, right? I turned 22 4 years ago. So that makes me 21 and a half. So that's what I think. Extraterrestrials, absolutely, Craig. You're right. There truly is a distinction, and it all gets lumped in together. So, and can you have a non-illegal alien? Or I guess you can. Illegal alien, alien, yeah. But extraterrestrial. Uh, Nightbot is telling you Monday you did too many zeros. This is not on my watch, buddy. Nightbot. So yeah, I can't believe, and I would not, and I will not believe that we are the only thing in the gigantic universe. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I won't believe it. But I also don't believe that. I mean, I know we all kind of agree on this. Is man, we humans are so freaking arrogant that we can't fathomize whether there's a Bigfoot. Like, oh, there can't be any mythical creatures, or there can't be any of these legendary creatures in history. There couldn't have been a race of giants 8 and 9 foot tall in American history. There couldn't have been this. There couldn't have been that. There couldn't have been. Yeah, there sure in the hell could have been. You know, so because I believe in Bigfoot because I've seen Bigfoot. Sanders, whose body it turned out to be a local man. There's apparently two families feuding, and there's five. I think it said 5 or 6 people killed in this family type feud, which I don't know if it was a feud over like fishing grounds or what, but they got in a boat war with each other and shot each other up. But he was positively identified just as a local Filipino man. He didn't have a real name. He only had they didn't know what his wife identified him. So he's been completely 100% identified and proven to be this person. But I don't think he was somebody who had like a birth certificate or a driver's license or an ID or anything. So I think, in that part of the Philippines, that rural area, it's more clan mentality. So it absolutely was not the Elliott kid, which from one way maybe is good for his family, but I think it's a lot worse for his family now going, okay, now what? He's not dead, or we don't have his body so we can bury him. You know what I mean? So it definitely was not him. And there's no other news out there about it. No other news about it. So. But yeah, you just can't tell me that, modern humans, us, know everything. I think it's so arrogant when we go, well, you know, and and I know for me, and talking about this, I know a lot of people think like, and it may or may not be this, but like aliens may have assisted, or extraterrestrials, Craig, may have assisted in building the pyramids, or they did this, or they did that, or they came down and did the ley lines and all that. And that may be so. But the thing I don't like is how much we underestimate past human civilizations. Past human civilizations, You got to remember, they didn't have all the distractions of the modern world today. So they had to use their 100% of their brain and their abilities to make day to day life happen. So, and they can look up and chart the stars just like we can today. They can look and solve problems like we can today. So, whether it is or isn't, I just don't like the fact that we pretend that past human civilizations were dumb as rocks. I don't think they were. Young Sanders, how are you doing today? I know it's your day off. Are you having a good day? You got any good plans with the kids? Yeah, Nightbot punished you. He said you're a bad one. So, but Sanders, got any big plans for the day? I got to go to Walmart later, and then we got a Lorelei works. And then I got to get the house cleaned up. We got to get laundry done. We got to get stuff ready for the party tomorrow. Since you're having the day off, why don't you drive up and help me get ready for the party tomorrow? That would be helpful. So, man, I need to hire me a yaya. Anybody know a yaya in America that would be happy to take Filipino wages in America? So, we got a lot to do to make her party. The only good thing is the lights are going to be down low. What is that song? Turn them lights down low. So you won't be able to see the house as much because of all the distraction. And a little pain from accident. Okay. Got to take the car to inspection for damages. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, the only thing I would say, and I know you're a smart guy, is the only thing I would say, if you're going to do a tort claim for bodily injury, then I don't know if I would let the father pay the claim. I would want it to be documented, gone through the insurance company. I think that would help your legal case if you ever have to sue them due to injury in an accident. I know that when accidents happen, the insurance companies look at it as two different animals. You have the car claim, well, how much does it cost for your car to repair or to replace? That's one. Once they get that done, that's fine and separate. But if you're not making, if that claim's not made up front, then maybe the father is going to try to use it as a way going, he never got injured, never told us about anything. So I would rather go through the insurance because I would want it documented that the accident happened. And that way, when I file for damages for my body, I have a better legal standing to stand on. I'm not saying that's what that girl's father would do, but it is a play that could happen. So I wouldn't let him pay for it, unless he wants to sign a written agreement that he's going to pay for all your medical expenses and pain and suffering. So I don't know if I would do that. I think, and I know lawyers are greedy scumbuckets, but I think any smart attorney would probably tell you the same thing. Wait a minute, you may be giving up your claim accidentally for damages to your body if you let him pay you under the table for your damages to your car. Okay, but you still get pain and suffering. Right. So, but now under the law works is, because I do know a tiny bit about this, because I was injured while on disability. I got ran into at Walmart by a Walmart employee. They ran me over with the freaking shopping cart chain. Can you believe that? You know how the carts all get together? Literally, I was walking into Walmart one day, and I had a row of shopping carts knock the living fuck out of me. I'm like, what the fuck? So, let me see what Craig says here. Multiple times, continuums 18 light years or further, as returning to correct DNA issues reflecting on when they remove the DNA strand to allow us to inbreed with the Neanderthals. I know what you mean, Craig. I've actually heard some of that. So yeah, so Sanders, you were the one that ran into me with the shopping carts, did you? But what happened was, since I was on disability and I had Medicare, right? Yeah, Medicare. Walmart had to pay all of my medical bills back to Medicaid or Medicare. So same thing with the VA, if I understand this right. If it's an accident claim, the VA is going to want the person who caused the damage to you to reimburse them for all of your medical expenses. But then you still get pain and suffering on top of that that comes to you. So yes, it's free to you, but the government agencies want the responsible party to reimburse them for all of your medical bills. That's what happened to me. And that's partly how we figured out the damages, because I had to keep track of it. And we kept track of everything. And then we multiplied it in the state of Arkansas. I think I got 5 times. 5 times the medical bills is what my damage is. Plus, they gave me a little bit to shut me up, I guess. So, but all that money, I actually had to get a document from Medicare, and Walmart had to pay Medicare back everything they paid for me in relationship to being ran over by a shopping cart. Yeah, Craig is deep, right, Dennis? Um, well, and I think there's a lot to be said for, I don't know, because you know how they, Craig, you know how they used to do the tree of life or the tree, I don't, when we were growing up, what was it? The tree had like 1 or 2 branches on it now, right? But now they've rediscovered that the tree you now has so many different configurations of humanoid-like beings on it, and then some would die out, and this and that, and then ours wind up, I think, immigrating or migrating with the Neanderthals, becoming what we are modern day humans. But if you really got look, I can't remember what the tree's called. I don't think it's called the Tree of Life. There's I can't remember what it's called, but the genetic tree or the history tree of of modern life forms, when you trace it all back, it's really cool now, because it's not just a twig tree, 1, 2, 3 branches. It's a gigantic, full-blown tree with all kinds of groups of hominids. So, but I can't remember what that's called. But I saw that the other day when I was doing some documentary watching on DNA and the Geno Projects, and the different types of humanoid species that have lived on this planet. Because I'm just telling you, there's been a lot more going on this planet than any of us can ever imagine. So, but Sanders, that's what happened to me. They had to pay the government back, and then I got my pain and suffering money. And if you let him pay you under the table for this, I think that could cause a big problem if he's going to need to cover your pain and suffering. So, and one thing, when I went to the doctor after being ran over by the shopping carts, I made sure they knew it was because I got ran over by shopping carts. Ever heard of that song, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer? Well, in this case, it was the fat old guy got ran over by shopping carts. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy, and it was just crazy. So that's my advice to you. Take it for what it's worth, Sanders. Not like I'm smart or know anything, but that's the experience I had. Is that they paid everything back to Medicare. They had to. So, yeah, Craig, I think our world is very complex and diverse. I don't know if I believe in the hollow earth theory. I definitely don't think the planet is flat, because one is a planet, otherwise we'd call it a disk. Um, every Everything else in the solar system is round or roundish. So why would we be the only flat thing around? So I'm not into that. I don't know about the moon. I'm 70%, 75% confident that the moon is not a hollow space base. But I still got 25% wiggle room just in case. I think it's very strange that we haven't gone back to the moon. I think that's very strange. I would, I don't know. So that makes me go, I know the theory from the powers to be say, well, there's no reason to go to the moon. The moon is barren, there's nothing there. Well, that's what you knew back in the 60s. What about now? What about modern technology going to the moon and looking and studying and figuring it out? Maybe they will discover something that is way more relevant than what they did in the 60s and or did in the 1960s when they went to the moon. Did they figure it out that it was a space base and that's why they never want to go back? So, chromosomes number 2 proven to be artificially made, shape, vibration, and no connections different from anything ever found. That is interesting, isn't it? The DNA genosequencing. Um, One question I have is: do we think Riley's in the house? Do we think that modern day, I'm going to say modern day humans, are trying to manipulate our genome? That's what I'm wondering. What are they trying to achieve now? Well, we've talked a little bit about the body that was found in the Philippines, and we're talking about Bigfoot, aliens, car accidents, and anything else you want to talk about, Riley. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. We're talking about that I got to go to Walmart later, which sucks. But sometimes we all got to brave the wild, wild jungles of Walmart and go and get party supplies. So, Riley, how are things going in your part of the world? So, um, so I guess my question, if you want to dig into DNA or genome manipulation, which is a really deep subject, do you think modern day humans have figured out that extraterrestrials manipulated the genome back thousands of years ago and they're trying to reproduce what they did so they could do it for their own benefit? He's doing pretty good, still recuperating after the hurricane. So how are things going in your part of Florida? Are they getting? We've talked to some friends that live down in the Naples area, and they're doing okay. And we've talked to some people out by Cocoa Beach, and they're doing fine. But they didn't get hit very hard at Cocoa Beach, so ah, that's a great question, Dennis. You know, Dennis, I never thought about that. Dennis is asking, do the extraterrestrials have a god? How did they be, or how did they come to be? Wow, that's a deep, deep, deep question. Oh man, wow. Because everything has to have a starting point, right? Everything. That's a great question, Dennis. Chasing Tails here. Here, I'm in the background because I'm working. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you giving us a thumbs up. So that's crazy. Man, that's deep thinking, Dennis. Maybe Dennis had a date with some pretty Colombian arm candy that made him think. Greg says, that's the question, Dennis. Everything is created from force. then becomes a reality. Because if you're not creating, you're not existing. That's what existence is creating. So here's what you're saying is, because if you're not creating, you're not existing. So existing is creating. So the question is, who is the creator? Like on Star Trek. Soul Soother is in the house. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. As this is very interesting. I am new here. Everybody say hello to our new friend, Soul Soother. Thank you for the thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. Do you have a channel, I'm assuming? Assuming. If you do, we'll be happy to subscribe to you. Just let us know that you have a channel, and we'll go back and check you out. And Craig has a channel. Chasing Tail has a channel. I have a channel. So Filipino Buy in the province has a channel. Good evening. So, no, you don't. Well, at least we thought of it, right? But we do appreciate you being here. We really, really, really do. And thank you for dropping comments. YouTube likes it. The more comments we have, the more YouTube likes me. And I need all the likes or all the love I can get from somebody. You know, nobody loves me. So, Young Bai, how are you this morning? Or evening for you, morning for us. So, we hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you. Did you have a good birthday the other day? Love learning? I do too. I try to learn something every day. I really do. I know that sounds cliche. You know, oh yeah, everybody tries to learn something. No, I really do. I read a lot, I study a lot, I watch a lot, and I ask my dogs questions, and whatever my dog says, I know has to be the truth, because dogs know everything. So, but no, we love learning too. I used to teach college, so even though I've been retired for a long, long time now, you know, it's taught me to study and to question and to ask and to not be closed-minded. Dogs never lie, Riley says. You got that right, buddy. You know, and mine's sitting on my lap asleep because that's her preferred spot. You know, Dennis says, wow, CP has it going on. Our good friend Craig here has a channel. Craig, you're right. I mean, if you're not existing, you know, creating is existing is creating. That's interesting. Huh. Congrats to, this is from Young Bai. Congrats to Miss Philippines, first runner-up, Miss Grand International Beauty Pageant. Nice. I didn't know my wife entered that contest. Is that a beauty I didn't know that. So I'm going to have to ask her when she wakes up. How come she didn't tell me that she won first runner-up in the Grand International Beauty Pageant? Huh, interesting. My wife's been keeping secrets from me, Bai. Well, was Craig says, is she single? Well, Craig's asking if she's single. The question you need to be asking, from what I understand, you need to be asking whether she's male or female. I think that's the question. Wasn't the last one transgender or something? The last Filipino beauty queen person, wasn't she transgender? So maybe that's the question before you ask if she's single. Hello, Papa Dennis from my. Because in today's world, you got to ask, you know, before you find out if they're single. But I love to learn. I'm reading a couple books now. I'm reading the one Dennis recommended a while back. And then I got another one that a buddy of mine wrote. And I'm really interested. I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to read it hopefully next week. Dennis is saying, hola, Henry's arm candy. How you beat today? So we consider this a little bit of a learning YouTube channel. We really do. we really do. When I started my YouTube channel, I did it so that I used to teach. So I did it where I could teach, but nobody wants you to teach them anything. So it got converted to the channel that I have. But in the beginning, I thought I would become a YouTube teacher. But now I'm just a fat guy who sits on a chair with a dog in his lap. Damn. Damn. I'm recovering from being in the hospital for a week. Gotta quit smoking. Amen to that. You definitely got to give up smoking. I'll tell you guys all, and I know some of my friends here have heard this in the past. I would be dead if I was a smoker. I'm serious. With all of my health issues, I would not I would have been dead 10 years ago easily if I would have grew up a smoker. No question. Emmett Brown III is in the house, 1.21 gigawatts. Scotty B's in the house. David just stopped by on my way to sleep. I appreciate you doing that, Scotty. I know we can count on each other. Thank you for being here, Scotty. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, we're just doing a pop-up live stream this morning. We're going to do one tonight, Friday night after Lorelai goes to work. But, just telling everybody that we know that the body is not Elliot's, and seeing what else is going on out there. And we wind up talking about aliens. Young Filipino boy in the province says, how are you, Papa Dennis? Are you traveling now? And meet the Colombian lady. Lady is ladies. Dennis doesn't have one lady. Dennis has many, many, many ladies. So, Soul, were you in the hospital because you were having COPD type issues or lung failure or lung infections? Is that why they put you in there? And how long have you smoked for? Dennis walks through Colombia and the women just flock him, you know. Yes, it was a Filipino body, a member of a rival clan or gang or family feud that happened up there where 6 or 7 people were shot or killed in a turf war type thing. So it's not his. So I just dropped a video announcing what I heard, what I got an email from people last night about. So, wow, yes, sir, COPD, yep. Copy, over 40 years as COPD, yep. Yeah, well, we were talking about that a little bit last night because sadly I have COPD, and we know a lot of people that do, and you can live with it for years upon years and years and years, but you got to work to take care of yourself. You got to give yourself the best chance of surviving it and to eliminating your episodes. And that is something, what I've learned to do is to try to eliminate my episodes. My chest, your chest hurts, yeah. I've had probably over the years 20 lung biopsies because I have a strange lung disease that causes these hard masses or granulomas to grow inside of my lungs. And they move around and I get all these weird dark spots and light spots and all kinds of weird shit happens in my lungs. So over the years, they biopsied my lungs over 20 times till I finally got to the point going, just quit. Dr. Emmett Brown says, living with an elephant standing on you. COPD is rough. That's about right. You're right. I think it's good. It definitely limits you. Limits me. That's why I have to use a mobility scooter. I just need to get a better one. The one I have is not working out well long term. So I got to get a better mobility scooter. And bye. I am a good Catholic boy. I work and read the Bible. Yeah, whatever. And Scotty says, I'm going to send you a message. You don't need to answer right away. Just let me know when you can. All right. Okay, Scotty. I'll read it. Scary, yeah. But what I try to do on my channel, not that, you know, I have a lot of health issues: heart failure, lung failure, kidney failure, structural problems. Uh, Maybe that's a good way to say it. We have, not only do we have internal problems, but we also have some structural problems. But I want to encourage people that have health issues that they don't got to sit in their house for the rest of their lives and do nothing. You know, I have a mobility scooter. It's not a good one, but it allows me the ability to get out and do things. And because there's no way I could go to Walmart and walk all over Walmart by using one of their scooters or my own scooter. If we go to like zoos, I take my scooter and I can ride around and go to the zoo and enjoy things, or the fairs and things. And so I encourage you, if you have COPD or other health issues, find you a mobility scooter, find a way that it still allows you to get out and about and enjoy your life. Because the worst thing you can do for yourself is to lock yourself up in the house and say, well, I'm sick, I can't go do anything, and then you just wind up being miserable until you do die. I don't like the fact that I have to use a mobility scooter, and I have the philosophy that once you sit down, you don't get up. But I work hard on trying to get as much walking as I can in conjunction with the mobility scooter. So, okay. So you're supposed to be taking care of your brother. We recently lost our parents. Well, is your brother's health worse than yours? You know, maybe it's a situation where you both can work together to look after each other. And if you have somebody to take care of, then that should give you more incentive, I would think, to do whatever you can. And I know it's not easy to do whatever you can to become healthier. So, I mean, but what do I know? I mean, you know, Filipino Bay in the province says, sure, what would you like me to respond to? As the good guy, Papa Dennis. Emmett Brown is saying, I'm not a people person. I love my garage. I live here. I can't leave my cave. Well, you know, I understand that. Thank you guys all for the thumbs up, by the way, and subscribing to my channel. You know, a lot of us, a lot of men, and I can only speak for the few men that I know, a lot of us do like to be more solitary, which I think is a good thing. But you can still live a solitary life and get out and enjoy. I'm a real believer that you extend your longevity of your life by getting outdoors. Soul says he's older than me, but has the mind of a 12. Okay, I understand. I understand. We have some friends in a very similar situation. I understand totally. So you definitely got to take care of yourself so that you can set things up or put provisions in place for his well-being, um, if you're no longer here. That's something I encourage you to do. You got to have a long, and maybe you do, but you need to have a long-term plan for his care in case you're not here. Craig says, enjoy the moment enjoy the moment you are in. That's all you can control. That's it. I'm just kidding, Poppy Dennis. Henry misses you. That's not what Henry told me. No. Why, you and H are so busy. Oh, yeah, they send secret videos back and forth to each other. Dennis is what I've been hearing. So Dr. Emmett says, in my American garage and Philippine garage are almost the same. 2 cars are the workshop. Nice. Tom Official's back. Hey, I do remember you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, we remember you, of course. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. He was ran over. Soul is saying that her brother, he was ran over by a car on Christmas Day when he was 5. The old lady didn't know what she ran over, and oh fuck, and put it in reverse and ran him over again. Damn, damn, damn. That sucks. That's not good. But it's good that he has you there to look after him. Tom Official says massive L. But so it's one thing I encourage people with my health conditions. I'm working very hard financially to take care of my wife long after I'm dead, so that she is taken care of. Soul says that the poor guy has issues. Well, yeah, I would think so. I can only imagine. I mean, I think I have issues, but getting ran over by a car twice would definitely do it. So, help him. Well, she is. It looks like her soul is taking care of the brother. So they are helping out the best they can. And that's what a good family member does. I know being a caretaker, or what do they call it, a caregiver of somebody is one of the hardest things that you can do in life, because it has a tendency to consume you, to swallow you, to take over your life, to prevent you from having the life that you may have had if the situation was different. And I know a lot of people become resentful because their life has been stunted because they have to take care of another. I know this. I've experienced this. Looking forward to catching up with you, Poppy Dennis and Henry. You're my new friends now. Ooh. Dennis, she wants to make you her new friend. So apparently I'm not a friend anymore. That's all right. I understand. Soul says, everyone told me to put him in a home when my parents died, and I couldn't do that to him. Well, I don't blame you. What I would tell you as advice from an old guy who's been around the block once or twice, I know you don't want to do that, and I'm not telling you to do that. What I would suggest to you is that you have that as an emergency backup plan. Have it figured out and in place for if you get sicker and you can't do it anymore. So it's better to do it now, to get all the ducks lined up now than when it's an emergency. Tom is asking people to guess his age. I don't know, 450. Francesca's back. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. We enjoy you guys coming back. It's good to see all of you guys coming back and joining us. Emmett is saying, what are your thoughts on my idea to buy some farmland and develop the land to sell in lots? Good idea or too late after the COVID inflation? Well, I think there's a lot that goes into that. One, can you get the land at a good price? Two, are you going to be in a region that is developing? Is development coming your way? If it's 10 or 20 years away, development coming your way, meaning there's no new plans for schools or bettering the roads and are putting infrastructure in place because other neighborhoods are coming your way, then no. It's always good investment to buy land and sit on it in most parts of the country. So I think there's a lot more factors to that. The big factor to me would be, can you get the price of the land below market value? Two, is is your communities, or is there a community, a workforce, a something happening going towards you? Is the urban sprawl coming towards your land? If that's the case, then yeah, those are good things. Soul says exactly about her brother. Do you do what you want, Dr. Emmett Brown? That's right. Do what you want. If it makes you, and Craig's right. If you make you happy, then do it. But one thing I'll tell you from from my experience, if you're doing it, if you're doing it so that you're in great hopes of maybe making a fortune down the road, then you're probably doing it for the wrong reason. You gotta balance. Is this really going to turn into something, or am I just pie in the sky? Tom says, I have a business that is called Flamingo. I've sold almost 200K worth of products. Nice, congratulations. Now looking to buy a sweatshop in China. Hoping I can reach 1 mil by the end of 2025. Well, great, congratulations. I hope you succeed in your goals. I think that is a good plan as any. So congratulations to you. So that way, so if you made that kind of money, you could drop us a super chat, and I can share it with my beautiful wife. Soul says, I made an investment and I have been buying gold and silver. I'm new at this. I'm trying. All right. I think everybody needs to have investments. I think they need to do whatever feels comfortable for them. Gold and silver is always a good investment if you can buy it low. But there is a ceiling to metals, precious metals. But I think it's better than putting your cash in a bank, so to speak. But long term, well, how are you going to convert that to money so that your brother can live on it or can pay for them? Things of that nature. But the good thought is you are investing, you are planning for the future. That's half the battle. Half the battle is planning for the future. We cannot sit around and wait to win the lottery. I don't think there is a maximum amount. You could do up to $100,000. I don't know. I don't think there is a max. Soul says that I escaped an abusive marriage. Yeah, I'm happy that you did that. I think it's great. Nobody should stay in a relationship. Nobody should stay in a bad relationship for 1 day longer. You know the old saying, what's worse than being in a bad relationship? Being in a relationship for 1 day longer. So congratulations for you finding the internal strength to move out, to get out, to get away from poison. Tom says, my cat fell off a 2-story building and died. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure your cat went to kitty cat heaven. So Craig says, laughing at that. Craig Parrish, why are you laughing at my cat falling and dying? Well, it is kind of funny because every cat I've ever known who fell off high stories, they don't die. They're able to spread their body out. Their skin comes out like a flying squirrel, and it slows them down, and they're able to land on their feet. Maybe he was laughing at something else. Soul says, I'm sorry about your kitty cat. So, well, the good news, there are a lot of other cats. Oh, yeah. Craig was laughing at your question about the maximum amount of super chat because he knows that you're not going to super chat. So we think it's funny because when we get that question, we know that you're full of BS about super chatting. So that's where he was going with that. But the good news is, if you want another kitty cat, There are tons and tons of them that you can adopt at any animal shelter. And we highly recommend that you rescue a pet from an animal shelter. Awesome. So you're going to go down this rabbit hole with your cat again. All right, so he didn't die from the impact. He died because bypasser, he kicked the helm. If you can't be a responsible pet owner, then I don't know what to tell you. Because that's what I'm getting from you. I'm getting from you that you're not a responsible pet owner. So that probably means that you don't even have a business. Because if you can't take care of a pet, how can you take care of business? Soul says, I lost my best friend, a dog, over a year ago. I need another puppy. I agree. Dogs are perfect. I would encourage you to go get one. We have wiener dogs, and we love the wiener dog species or breed. So go get you a wiener dog. You will never regret it. You might have to get 2 of them because they like to have buddies. So comments count. That's right, comments count. It was my fault. I wasn't at home at the time. It is your fault, Tom, and I'm glad that you finally recognize the fact that it's your fault. The first thing to healing is to recognize when you're wrong. Admit your problem and then do something about it. Time I lived in an apartment. Well, you must not have too much money if you have to live in an apartment. But we love dogs. We love pets. We think they make the world go around. And one thing I do know is pets help with disabled people and their mental well-being. So at the time you lived in an apartment, now you live like in a 5-story mansion or something. Yeah. Yeah, now you live by a lovely seaside shack with 2 dogs and a cat and a rat named Ratatouille. So, Ratatouille, is that who you live? But pets make great companions for old people, for the mentally and physically disabled people. I wouldn't know what to do. I would hate not having my 2 doggies. So they take good care of me. When I have nightmares from my PTSD, they wake me up. When my heart is malfunctioning, they wake me up. You know, they take good care of me. All right, Tom's gonna feed us a whole bunch of life story BS, but keep it chatting. That helps. The more chat you throw in there, the better my count looks, and the more YouTube likes me. On Daisy, on Daisy. Or I'll show you my dog. What do you think? Is Tom full of bullshit? Yeah. All right. Yeah, they're really good. We really like the wiener dog breed, believe it or not. They don't take up a lot of space. They don't dig big holes in my yard, and they don't shit big. But they're very loyal, devoted animals, and I don't know. They're just great dogs to have. We love them. So we have 2 of them. We have this one, which is a long hair, black and tan, and we have a short hair red one, traditional red one. So they're easily housebroken. They are stubborn. They think they're the boss, you know. They have us trained. So don't jump, and they can't jump the fence, Craig. Craig's right. That's right, I like that. They can't jump the fence. So I like that, Craig. I didn't think about that. They can't jump the fence. Now, so what I'll tell you about the long hair, because we have a long hair, but we keep her groomed. The long hairs, if you don't brush them regularly, they become a mess. So we actually take our long hair and have her groomed about 3 times a year, because otherwise they become a mess. Tom is gonna, let's see here. Let's see what Tom's story is this time. When I was 17 years old, My friend got in a fight with his massive bodybuilder. Okay. And knocked him the bad word out. Was funny at the time, but now he has dementia and think it's due to that. He's only 42. Well, your friend's an idiot. Don't you never look, you never pick a fight that you don't absolutely know that you can win. If you're stupid enough to pick a fight and you can't win, well then you're the idiot. Sorry, just the way it is. Yeah. Being drunk is never a defense to anything. It's never a justification, it's never an excuse. Being drunk is a cop-out, not a defense. Soul says you have to be careful. Dutch hounds can burn their nuts on the hot concrete. Yeah, that's why we have girls. Yeah, we have female dogs. So we've never had that happen. But you do have to dry their chest in the winter months. So when they go outside and the grass is wet and damp, they do have a tendency to get chest colds. If it's cold and they get all wet, and if you don't dry their chest, they have a tendency to get chest colds. So you got to do that for sure. But I don't know about the nuts. I know that sounds familiar. Maybe that happened to me one time as a kid. Like peanuts, yeah. But yeah, I don't know about male wiener dogs. We've never had one. We've always had females. They're easy. They're what we like about female dogs versus male dogs, they don't go around pissing on everything. So, but that's what we do. We make sure when it starts getting cool outside, if we've got some dew or frost, when they come in, we dry their upper bodies so that they stay nice and dry. And they have clothes that they wear. I have these outfits that are water resistant. So a lot of times in the winter they wear those. So when they go out and out, they don't get wet themselves. So get a female. I would get a female. Yeah. And then we have ours spayed. Yeah, spayed. We had a lot of people wanting us to breed our dogs with theirs, but I don't want to do that. I didn't want to put my dogs through all that mess. We're in the state of Arkansas. Over there by the state of Texas and Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas. So you're over in Oklahoma. All right. Nice. We've been to Oklahoma a lot. We go to Oklahoma a lot. We were in Oklahoma a few weeks ago for a big concert down in Durant, Oklahoma. So, but yes, I would encourage anybody to get a dog. Also, when I was 24, I went on the TV show called Shark Tank, which is where you propose your business to millionaires and ask for money in return for a percentage of the business. Well, good. I'm happy for you. And so somebody actually gave you money for 15% of your business, and then what did you do? Foreclose the business? That's funny. So, Oklahoma and Arkansas, yeah. We have a lot of YouTubers or people that follow our channel in Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas. We have them all over the country, but we have a large concentration also down in Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, a few in Tennessee, Oklahoma, Missouri. I don't think we have anybody that I know of in Kansas, the state of Kansas. And then we have a bunch that goes up north, a bunch out west, and a bunch out east. But right around us, we have a bunch of people that we talk to on a regular basis. Now the business is worth $500,000. I have sold $200,000 worth of products. Nice. That's very big. No, I'm not confrontational. You know, you can blow smoke up everybody's butt all you like, Tom. It's okay. Monday says, I am hungry. Hungry. You know, in my world, the proof is in the pudding. If there is no pudding, there is no proof. But we enjoy your storytelling anyway. Soul says Oklahoma and Arkansas. That's funny. We like to say that Arkansas is more like Arkansas or Arkansas. Oh no, I'm not being rude. I'm just being honest, Tom. If you feel like I'm being rude, many apologies to you and your your vast wealth. I think you're doing fine. You're definitely telling, you're definitely sharing stories like everybody else, and we appreciate that very much. So thank you very, very much for that. So, Soul says, well, I didn't get the rude vibe. Well, thank you, Soul. Appreciate that. I didn't think I was being rude, but you never know. You know, each his own. Um, yeah, I can be rude, but I don't think I am. I don't discuss finances. Why would I? Why would I discuss finances? That's the silliest thing you can do. So, you know, so, you know, you should never ever discuss your finances with anybody. The golden rule is I'm broke. Anybody ever ask me for money? The answer is sorry, no budget, no budget, no money, no broke. Me broke. I have no money. I am poor. I don't care who you are or what you need. No, it's all right. So you're not. There's nothing to apologize for. This is what I do these live streams for, so that we can, you know, meet people, have some discussions. If I can give some advice, I give it. If I can learn things, I learn them. And it's meant to be a good time all the way around. We try not to take everything that we do on live streams seriously, but we do like to have intellectual conversations. But we don't live and die by what we're all going to say here. I'm not going to go run out and do an investment or buy this or do that because somebody has said, hey, you should go buy, you know, 500 wiener dogs. You know, I'm not going to do it. So, well, go ahead. You're welcome to name any countries that you like. I'm glad that you can do that. So, I guess what you're trying to assume is I don't have the intellect to name 10 countries. This isn't a dog and pony show on my side. Sorry. So I don't answer to you, and you don't answer to me. That's the good thing about being humans. We don't have to answer to each other. We're what we should worry about. Indonesia is one. There you go, Craig. Uh, what you need to worry about is impressing yourself, not impressing others. The life that you should be living is the life that you want to live, not the life that you think other people want you to live. That's my motivation in life. You know, I'm worried about me, not you. I would like to go to Indonesia. I mean, it's still one of the countries on my bucket list. It's not super high up there, but I would like to go there. Phil, Tom is getting mad at us, guys. So I'm just trying to have an intellectual conversation. Also, Indonesia isn't in Europe. I think he knows that. He's busting your chops, Tom. Craig definitely, you know, is smarter than the average wiener dog. So, chasing down BS, your answer to your wife, Bob. You got that right. Chasing tail, you got that right, man. And there is one person we answer to, it's our wives, right? Our partners. So, man, you got that right. That is so funny. So funny. But, Tom, we do appreciate you being here. We appreciate your vast intellect and experience in the business world. It's not often do we get somebody with vast knowledge on our live stream. Don't worry, Jim. It seems like you're being less friendly to me for some. No, 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 not at all. If you feel that way, I apologize tremendously, sincerely and tremendously. So no, no, no. I try to be as friendly to everybody as humanly possible. Who's Phil? He thinks I'm Phil because Philippine American couple. So instead of saying Pack or my name, he just does Craig Phil, you know. That's what I'm assuming, right, Tom? So, which makes sense, you know. A lot of people nickname us PAC, PAC, Philippine American couple. So, and then a lot of people just call me Sir or David because my name's actually David. And I don't mind telling people what my name is. It's David. So, but that's where he was going with that, you know. Soul says, I feel like he's just trying to make me feel welcome. Sorry if I butted in, Tom. Well, I don't think Tom feels, Soul, that you've done anything inappropriate. I think he thinks I'm picking on him or not as friendly in his words. Not as friendly in his words. So, and you know, we all have good days and bad days, Tom. So, Soul, you said you lived over in Oklahoma. How do you like living in Oklahoma? Have you been there your entire life? Or is it something kind of new for you? I personally will tell you, I don't like Oklahoma. I would not want to live in the state of Oklahoma at all. So, not that there's anything technically wrong with it, but I don't know. I don't know. So you've lived in Oklahoma your whole life. Okay, all right. We go through Oklahoma to go to Texas a lot. And I guess there's a lot of good parts in Oklahoma. It's just not, I don't know. Um, Craig says Oklahoma is very musical, I hear. Oh my God. Oh, that's funny, Craig. So, do you know what Craig is talking about here? Hmm. So, Tom has thrown out a quiz for everybody. Name one country in Europe. He wants everybody to try to name one country in Europe, and you guys can all name the same country if you want, I guess, because he didn't specify they had to be different countries. So, oh, you don't know about the musical Oklahoma? Um, who was the chick, Craig? Who was the singer, the lady back? Wasn't that like in the 1940s? The musical from the 1940s about Oklahoma? Um, she had blonde hair. Um, I will say one country in Europe would be London. There you go. Maybe that's a city. How about England? So, Oklahoma, Julie Garland? Was that Judy Garland that did Oklahoma? I mean, that's way past my time. I wasn't even born then. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'm old, but not that old. Many versions of films and shows. Yeah, Oklahoma. Uh, my favorite part about the musical Oklahoma is when in the movie The Postman, they're showing the musical over and over and over on the big screen at the big pit quarry with all these murderers and killers, right? And they're all watching, Julie Garland sing Oklahoma. And it's kind of a funny thing. You got all these tough guys and all this chaos. And here comes Judy Garland on the big projector singing Oklahoma. You know, it's just kind of funny. Tom says, I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I just want to be able to be with you and be with you. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do. I am sorry. Tom, there's nothing to feel sorry for. You're fine. You're doing just fine. Everybody appreciates you being here, Tom. Sedan is Craig's vote. So, but that's my favorite Oklahoma musical thing is watching at that movie, you know, all these bad men watching Oklahoma. So it's just kind of funny. Soul says, Tom, I hear you. I feel for you. I am here for you. And she appreciates you being here too, Tom. So don't be sad. Don't be sad. That's like a Meatloaf song, right? Don't be sad. Isn't that a lyric in a Meatloaf song? I think it is. I don't know. Soul says Oklahoma has me, so it's not that bad. No, there you go. That's the way to look at it. I think I bring a little bit of class to Arkansas. I tell people jokingly, oh, meatloaf, yeah, meatloaf. I love meatloaf, by the way. Literally the meatloaf, but I also love the music from meatloaf. But we tell people here in Arkansas that we live in the good part. There's the good part of Arkansas where we live, and then there's the rest of you, the rest of Arkansas. So we live in the good part, and then there's the rest of Arkansas. Can you sing me a song to make me feel better? Well, I don't know if I can make you feel better, but the only thing I know is Bye Bye Miss American Pie. And nobody has said the appropriate, I can't sing it unless somebody says the correct words. Then it's almost like an automatic trigger. So, but that's the only thing I can sing. Both are awesome. Yes, it is. Man, you can't beat a good meatloaf. I'm telling you. You know, a good homemade meatloaf from by a country cook who knows what they're doing. But I grew up listening to Meatloaf, you know, Bat Out of Hell and Paradise City by the Dashboard Lights, all of those things. Man, it's good music. He was in the movie Black Dog. You guys remember that? He played in that movie as a bad guy. So I'm a big fan of Meatloaf. I saw his documentary a couple years ago about how he got the nickname Meatloaf, and it was basically when he was young because he was fat like me when he was young. And I think if I remember right, his father said something about boy, you look like a meatloaf, and it stuck. Soul Smooth Soul saying, I sing Meatloaf at karaoke. Nice, or I used to. Nice. One country in Europe, I already did for you. England. Yeah, Meatloaf's good music. I don't know, man. Meatloaf is, you know. But we grew up, I mean, listening to Paradise by the Dashboard Lights, you know, Bat Out of Hell, and man, but there's so much good music, like Three Dog Night, all of those guys. You know, it's a little bit more my vibe. But I'm not going to get to eat any meatloaf anytime soon. We're having a big Halloween party tomorrow. So, a big Filipino Halloween party. So, tomorrow we're going to be having all kinds of Filipino food. here at the house, but I don't think anybody's bringing meatloaf. We're gonna have ribs and fish, pancit, um, um, lumpia, puto, sig, dinagon, and I think the girls in ham. My wife told me that her and her friends are going to take our large dining room table and they're going to be putting a skeleton out. They're going to make a skeleton out of food. So they got a brain cake, right? And then for the chest, they're going to have ribs, like the lungs and, that part of the body. And then they got some fake bones for the arms that they're going to be using. And then they got stuff for the intestines. And, they're trying to, I don't know, recreate a human out of the food. So, can you name five, Phil? Can I name five, Phil? I don't think so. I can. No. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. That song I sang. Nice. Of course, the female part. There you go. There you go. Gonna miss it. Working Sunday. Driver had holy crap, a heart attack this afternoon. And maybe won't come back. Well, yeah. At least not for a day or two, Craig. If all. So, man, sorry that your driver had a heart attack, though. That's not good news, Craig. But yeah, it's, man, Craig. Was he driving when he had the heart attack or was he at home? So hopefully he wasn't busy working when he had the heart attack. Okay, so he's 70 now. Okay. So what you're saying is he's 70 years old, which means he's kind of at the end of his life cycle. So, yeah, he had a heart attack, on his day off. That's good. Well, yeah, you never know. I might. I might. I might know more than you think, or I might know less than you think. You just never know what you think. So, but it's good that he wasn't in one of the vehicles when he had the heart attack, right? So, Tom, why don't you name the five and I'll see if you're correct. See if you're able, if you got five of them right yourself. Okay, so he's retired only, so he's not a full timer. Only does 5 or 6 shifts a month. See, that's nice. I miss working. I guess that's one thing I will say. I hate being unemployed or retired. I'm not unemployed, I'm retired. So I guess that's the same thing, right? Is unemployed and retired the same? I wonder if we looked at them up in the dictionary, is it two different definitions of being unemployed and retirement? I know retirement, but retired and unemployed, you know, because technically I'm unemployed because I'm retired, right? I don't know. So hopefully Craig says he's not coming back, or probably will not come back at that age. And then would he have to get a bill of like a clean bill of health to come back and drive for you? Would that happen? Because I can't remember, like America, we have the Department of Transportation. If you do any commercial driving, you have to get a physical and be checked out. And if you have a heart attack, I think that disqualifies you from driving commercially in America. So I didn't know if you guys have the same thing in Australia or not. I know from a company standpoint, you probably wouldn't want to put them back in the car as a liability, I would think, right? That's the issue. Hard once you're in the stream, correct? In the system, correct? Yeah. So logically, you got to prepare yourself to replace him. Period. whether the other guys pick up an extra shift here and there, or you hire another part-timer. And we got all kinds of hawks flying around. Let's see if I can show you the hawk. See that beautiful hawk up there? There's two big old hawks flying around together. They're looking for food. Wow. Soul says, I was an office manager at a carpet cleaning company for 10 years after Lucent Technologies shut down, which is where you worked before that. Wow. Were you ever exposed to any of the chemicals in the carpet cleaning business? Because those are carcinogens, and they could easily cause lung issues. Trust me on this one. But hopefully, as an office manager, you didn't have to go out and do a whole lot with the chemicals. Probably, yeah. I have a very long history of being exposed to chemicals and chemical waste. That's why I am the way I am. Lily, you okay? But, hey. Lily, you okay? What's wrong? All right. Oh, Lily, my red dog's got an itch. Hang on, Tom. Let me go back up and see what you said. Yeah, you want me to name as many as I can because you never know. You may know more than you're right. And I told you, Tom, to go ahead and start naming the ones you can think of. Meaning I'm not going to do that. So, but you're welcome to name as many as you can. My poor dog has an itch. She can't. She has a bad leg, right? And so apparently she's having trouble getting the itch taken care of because she got hit by a car this year, and now her front left foot is mangled, and you know. Oh, really? So. We also had web-footed rats at Lucent and a lot of dead birds. Telecommunications company. Yeah. So do you think it was the frequencies that killed all the birds, you know? Web-footed rats. I don't know if I know what that is. I know different frequencies can mess up with the, I don't think it's sonar. No, birds don't have sonar, do they? They have, it's not sonar, that's bats. Birds don't have sonar. They fly and guide through, able to take in the magnetic poles of the earth, right? I can't remember what that's called. They're fast swimmers. Yeah, they would be fast swimmers, right? Web-footed rats. Yeah. So I could see where different frequencies could mess up the bird's abilities to tackle or to process the magnetic fields properly. There you go. Tom has finally given us some good answers here. England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, North Ireland, France, Portugal, Spain, Switzerland, which is one of my favorites because they have pretty girls and good candy. Czech, Germany. Germany's another of our favorites. Austria is a good country. Poland, Croatia, Italy, Russia, Ukraine, Finland, Sweden. You already said Sweden, Norway, Iceland. Very good. I know Lucent had to pay lots of surrounding business. So they were probably using heavy water for something. Minerals, not minerals, but heavy metals in the water. So something they were doing. Were they assembling like motherboards and things of that, or building computers or phones or something there? Because you would have a lot of waste there for that lithium, maybe some magnesium, some aluminum, some mercury. So, Soul says, I am German. My heritage is German, if you couldn't tell by looking at me. My heritage is German. German and with a little bit of Irish. Nope, Tom says 9. So, who do we hail? A taxi? You know, that's the only person I hail is a taxi. And I don't even do that because now we just use the phone app to do it. My wife takes care of all of that when we travel. She does it all. So I don't know. We hail ourselves. You know. So I wonder if that's what it was, because I did environmental waste a lot. I was an expert in environmental waste at one point in time in my life. So let me show you my dog. There's my black dog. Here's my red dog. They're just sitting outside in the grass, enjoying their day. What a life to have, right? Can you imagine being a dog? Lily, say hi. Say hi, Lily. It's like, what? What's going on? Now my other dog's like, wait, somebody say something to us? Is there going to be food? There's going to be food. Tom is asking me, his statement is you a Muslim? I think what you're asking, am I a Muslim? No, I am not. But I support their right to be, without any question. Looks like she fell off the roof. I know it. My poor doggies. Michael's back. Michael, how are you? You know, but my dogs are so cute. Look at my dog. Look at her just sit there. Could you find a prettier dog in the world? Look at those big ears. And she's standing up. You know, she's not laying down. So she's kind of low to the ground. Michael, thank you for being here. Appreciate you, buddy. How are things going for you in the Philippines? Soul says beautiful. They are good dogs. I highly recommend you get one. So, you know. Michael, I heard you made good friends with Jack the other day. I talked to Jack this morning. Tom is asking, are you a gay person? No, I am not, but I support their rights to sleep with whoever they want to be. Tell us about yourself. Well, if you, gosh, we've been talking for a while now. You should have figured out everything you needed to know about me. I am Tom. I am a very handsome, very good-looking man with 2 wiener dogs and a beautiful wife. And that's really, and I like to fish. I really like to fish. So that's me in a nutshell, buddy. How about you? Can you sum yourself up in a sentence? One sentence to tell us about who Tom is. At first, but then he blocked me. Uh-oh, what did you do to him? Or what did he do to you? Oh, yeah, he doesn't take advice. Michael, don't stress over it. He doesn't take advice. He wants everybody to help him, but he doesn't want any advice to go with the help. So don't worry about that. But we're glad you're here, and thank you for being here. Hopefully you'll come back on Saturday to watch all the dancing Filipinas do their costume show on Saturday afternoon here. But I guess somebody helped him out this morning because I talked to him. Tom is asking, how does gay sex work? Well, seeing that this is a PG channel, we're not going to get real graphic about anything like that. We're just not going to do it. So I think the best thing I could tell you, Tom, if you don't already know, just Google on the internet, gay sex, and something will come up, and there will be some videos that will show you how you can do that. So, but we have a PG channel. We try to keep it PG, so we're not going to get into graphics. Well, there you go. That's a good one-word answer. I like that. Soul says unnaturally. Sorry, I thought I heard something. But we're getting excited about the Halloween party. It's coming up, you know. And then they're already planning a Christmas party. We haven't even got through Halloween, and the girls are already planning a Christmas party. Like, my goodness gracious. And my wife is really hoping to get to go do some FEMA relief work with her company, maybe. Oh, that'd be really good. Because if my wife goes and does some FEMA relief work in December, then we won't get to have a Christmas party. Ooh. God, I wish I lived on the water, because I love watching outside, and I'm looking at all these birds flying around. Let's see, Tom is saying, what is your body count? Well, I'm not proud of it, but I have put 2 people in the ground. That is what it is. So, that I know of. I've put 2 people in the ground. But these hawks are so, I know you guys can't see on the camera because they're too far away, but we have a large field area and we have a lot of hawks. And I feed the birds here in my house. I got a bird feeder, if you guys didn't know. Let me show you. That's really cool. I bought it for my wife for our anniversary. It has a camera on it. So I like to watch the birds. I'm a birdie, I guess. They can be, Michael. I enjoy them. They help my channel grow. They make me look good. YouTube appreciates the chat count. So why not, right? Yeah, I'm big into nature. I really, we all have dreams in life, and I know what my dreams, and I talked about this last night a little bit. We all want to be rich, but you need to define, if you truly want to achieve, what it is to be rich in your world, then you need to be able to define what it means in detail. And I've done that. Being rich to me would be completely debt-free with the money that we have coming in every month, but still be 100% debt-free, and to be able to live on a body of water, not the ocean, because I don't want to look at just blank vastness, but to be able to be on a body of water where I could go fishing out my back door, get in my little boat, and go fish and come home and sit outside with my dogs and look over the water and see the birds and maybe a bridge or this or that in the distance. That's my being rich. So if you want to be rich in life, I think you have to define exactly what that means to you. Love. Tom is Philippine. In PG terms, I explain gay sex. I was advised by my friend that it's next to me not to Google it, as it can be graphic and disturbing. Well, I don't think I could put it in PG terms, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to entertain your request. Your request has been denied and will be forwarded to the appropriate administrative force or group. I am rich, so no need to think about it. Okay, congratulations to you. Yeah. Craig says, well, you're in the clothing industry, Tom. You should know. Not know. So from Tom's point of view, Tom says being rich means having money. So that's his point of view. I know a lot of people that believe completely the opposite and don't believe that at all. My grandparents were some of the richest people in the world, and they bragged every day about how wealthy they felt because of the life that they got to live, and it didn't have a whole lot to do with money. They believed in serving their church, their Lord, and they had been blessed enough to share food and housing and health with many, many other people in need. And they truly, to their last day on this earth, felt like they lived the most blessed life that anybody could ever have done because they gave everything they had to others in service, and they thought they were the wealthiest people. Craig says, inner peace and family, then you're rich. I agree. Yeah. Saul says, money is the root of all evil. It's definitely the motivation for evil, isn't it? And that's kind of what I mean. We all got to find our own place in the world. What works for us? What makes us happy? What makes us get up in the mornings? I have a mission why I do YouTube. It started out years ago where I was going to have a teaching channel because I was retired and bored. But I've morphed it into this channel where I'm trying to make enough money on this channel so that my wife, when I die, because she's younger than I am, will never have to worry about finances again in her life. That's my only goal in life, is to set her up so that she never has to worry about having a place to live or food to eat or how to pay her utility bills. That's my number one goal. Tom says, if you believe that being rich isn't having money, then that just shows that you aren't rich. Well, as far as you know, and you're welcome to your opinion, Tom. Nobody's going to argue with you because that's your opinion. And on my channel, we appreciate everybody's opinion. Money solves every problem, Tom says. Saul says, we're all unique pieces of the puzzle. Oh, I like that. That's good. Put the puzzles of life or the puzzle of the world. Money can't buy love. No, it can buy affection. It can buy sex. It can buy a lot of things, but it can't buy love. Tom says, I would rather have lots of money than no money. Let's put it that way. I think we've kind of figured out that that's your personality, Tom. And that's okay. We accept you for who you are. The winds are blowing today. And I don't know if those hawks are hunting or if they're just enjoying this breeze and just, you know. $5 love you long time, Craig. It can sometimes. Money can literally buy love. You haven't heard of a sugar daddy? That's not love. You know, that's not. If you think that's love, then okay. But in my world, paying somebody to be with you isn't love. A Tom says, "Well, I have love, so I don't need to worry about that." That's great. Good. Very happy that you have love in your life. That's a good thing. That's a business agreement. There you go. Yeah, contract. Married at 28, and now I'm 58. Congratulations to you for your many, many years of marriage. I'm very happy for anybody who can stay married that long. But love is a wonderful thing. When you finally get it, you feel like you won the lottery. And then you got to work on it. You got to continue to work on it. It's something that it's like a plant. Love is like a plant. You got to nurture it, love it, give it water and sunshine, and feed it once in a while. Craig, I like that. I like that. If you don't love yourself, you will never find love. I think that's very good. You know, it's like the other day when we were talking to somebody who was complaining how they can't find a girlfriend because they were fat and nerdy or what, I can't remember what they said. And I was telling them and said, that has, you know, what you look like has nothing to do with it. It's who you are as a person that means the world to other people. We have once a week. Okay, nice. Craig says 58. You look 17, Tom. You got to keep up the relationship a little spicy. Yep. Yep. You got to. Love is something you got to keep nurturing, just like a plant. But I believe anybody and everybody can find love. You just got to be willing to do it. Tom says, Craig, that's a picture of my son when he was 16. Gotcha. All right. So you put your son's picture on your avatar versus your own? Okay. So 17, I was close. He was close, yeah. 1 year off, yeah, pretty good, right? I turned 21 next year. So I'm still enjoying my youth. My youth and my beauty. My beauty hasn't escaped me yet. Why is it that American men seem to age better than American women, but Asian women age way better than all of us? There's my hawk back. Lost him again. Because I personally think American men age better than American women. Rice is life. Is that why they age so well, the Asian women? You know, it's like when an 80-year-old Asian woman looks like she's 50. You know, when I'm 80, I hope to look like I'm 50. It hit the third tower. There it is again. Man, they're really pretty birds. We caught one the other day when we were coming to the neighborhood. Lorelai thought it was going to hit our car, but apparently it found a field mouse that had eyed, you know, and right as we turned, right as we turned into our road to come to us, this hawk came down right towards the front of the car. Lorelai thought it was going to hit us, but it had a field mouse in its sights. It grabbed that mouse and took off. You know, man, it was really cool. I don't know if my dash camera caught it or not, but it was pretty cool. But it wasn't afraid of our car. Oh, oh, brownout. So, but they're just flying everywhere. Maybe they're hunting, maybe they're hungry. We have a big wetland over that direction, kind of a big wetland area over that way. Then over here to the other side of me, we have the trees where they live in and some other farmers' fields. So I like the birds. There's my Lily. What's my dog Lily doing? You guys see how she holds her front leg? See, her front leg is all clubbed up now. Hello there, you one eye. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the thumbs up. How are you today? I hope you're enjoying your evening, because I got a feeling you're probably over in Germany or somewhere like that. So, thank you for being here, though. I was in Paris when I was 21, fell into a river because my wife pushed me in. I almost divorced her. After that, we were only married a few weeks. Well, it's probably a good thing that you gave her a second chance. That's how my little doggy has to walk now. Well, Tom, like always, you're welcome to your opinion. And like you know, assholes always have an opinion. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them. Oh, yep, that's my little Lily. She got hit by a car the car was doing 45 miles per hour and it hit her. So we thought she was going to die. I spent, oh, I don't care about your cat. You can say whatever you want, Tom. Nobody cares. I don't really care if you think my dog looks stupid or not, because to me, you don't matter. So, but that's my doggy. And you can be offended by that or think I'm rude. I don't care. I don't worry. Well, that's my doggy. Yeah. Craig says a rational 58-year-old man's argument, right? But Lily's a good dog. I mean, she's a really good dog. They are some of the best dogs. But yeah, she got hit by a car um, right before Memorial Day. We spent over $6,000 in medical bills to save her life. So, and she's doing pretty good. It's just a club foot now. So I think she's out of the woods, except for the club foot. Oh, Sola saying, no, Tom was rude after accusing you of being rude. I know. Here's part of what I look at this, to be honest. And this is not to offend anybody out there in the world, but unless I know you personally, and or you're paying my bills, and or you're sleeping next to me, I just don't care. You know, I just, nobody's going to upset my apple cart. The only person that is going to upset my apple cart is me. And that's it. Let's get this straight. You were laughing at my cat falling and dying. And you called me an asshole for saying, no, I didn't call you an asshole. I said, that's what asshole says. that all, opinions are like assholes, and assholes are like opinions because everybody has one. Well, ooh, there's the hawk right across the roof. Well, Tom, here's the good thing. I get that. Yeah, Soul says, I get that. All right. Craig says, but the cat's not real. So he's saying that you're lying about your cat. And my dog is real because you could actually see it on camera. But let me follow up with Tom here because I know Tom's getting his panties in a bunch. Looks like you're being a hypocrite. Here's the good thing. Are you listening? My channel. It's my channel. I get to be however I want to be on my channel. What the hell do you mean my cat isn't real? Now he's acting like he's upset about his imaginary cat. Well, it's all right, Tom. We feel for you, buddy. Well, it's all right, Tom. It'll be all right, Tom. Just take a deep breath. Do some breathing exercises. Think to yourself, how can I be better? How can I do better? How can I be better? How can I do better? Breathe out, breathe in, and everything will be fine. What's cool is it's almost 12. When these big hawks are flying over and the shadows coming off the roofs and things, and that's what I think is really cool. Tom says, I've come on this channel trying to support you, mate. Now you're being extremely rude. I'm going to report you. Okay. Here, Tom. Is that your name? Tom, sorry. I forgot what your name was because I wasn't paying attention. Feel free to report me to anybody you want. Go ahead. Make yourself happy. I'm proud of you. Maybe you could join the poopy guy and you both can report my channel. I don't care, Tom. Your bogus BS just doesn't matter in my world, Tom, Tom, Tom. Oh, how I will miss you, Tom, Tom, Tom. But that's okay, Tom. I know you need to feel better. Tom needs his ego stroked, everybody. So tell Tom that it'll be okay. He needs his ego stroked. Soul says his real name is Karen. If he's not an American, maybe he doesn't know what a Karen is, but that's funny. But Tom, once again, appreciate you being here, buddy. I want to encourage you, Tom, to do whatever makes you happy in life. If you want to call the entire world and tell them about me, I encourage you to do that. I would never want to hinder anybody from doing what makes them feel good. So, Tom, you just feel free to do that. Let's see. Don't get your shorts in a bunch over nothing. Relax, Chasing Tail says. That's right. You can't fool yourself, Tom, Craig says. But we enjoy people like Tom. He makes life entertaining. And if you can't laugh every day, then the day hasn't been a good day. So the days where you can laugh is a good day. So I think anyway, that's how I see it. And if you can't find something to laugh, then just turn on the internet. There'll be something there. There'll be a funny cat video or a funny dog video or a funny car video. I'm very happy for you, Tom. If that makes you happy, Tom, you're welcome to do it. You're a 16-year-old and I have a bunch of massive laughs here. I am glad that you're having a good day laughing, Tom. I really am. I think that's imperative that you laugh and have a good time. I appreciate every comment that you make because YouTube gives me props for it. So I appreciate that. You know, I just want you to be happy, Tom. Yes, but I do own a company that has, whatever, nobody cares. Nobody cares, Tom. Tom. One thing you gotta understand is nobody cares what you own, what you don't own, who you lick at night, what you don't lick. Nobody cares. That's how the religion actually works. All right, Tom. Well, thank you for setting us straight, Tom. We appreciate you, man. What would I do without you on my channel? That's the America. What would I do? How would I survive? So, I got to get the wife up early from work today because she said she wanted to run to Walmart with me and help me get the rest of the stuff we needed for the Halloween party this weekend. But I don't know. I may go later today and let her sleep a little bit longer. I haven't decided. So, because we got to get some, what's my dog doing? We got to get some sodas and some ginger ale because I'm making a punch. I'm making 2 different punches for the party. I'm going to make a non-alcoholic one that kind of glows green. And then I'm making an alcoholic one that is like blood, that's going to look kind of like blood. So I got to get the ingredients for that today. And pick up some other stuff for people to drink here at the party. So, because I don't know, we know that there's a lot of food coming, but we always try to make sure there's plenty in the house to drink. We already got like 10 bottles of wine that will be consumed during the party. So we got that part covered, but I'm trying to think if I'm going to make a rum punch, bloody rum punch somehow. Tom says, you were definitely bullied when you were in school. Oh, Tom, that tells me right there that you don't have a clue about life. So, but that's funny. That is funny. So we got to get some reddish looking punch. Raleigh, man, Raleigh's back. Thank you for being here, buddy. We appreciate you. Man, not a lot of money ever survives Walmart. Man, you got that right. Jesus Christ. Not only with food prices being so high, but hell, man, you go to Walmart, they are really good at convincing you need to buy something. They are really, really, really good about going, oh man, and stuff's just expensive right now in the United States. So, yeah, we'll probably spend another $100 today at Walmart, getting the last bit of groceries that we need at Walmart. And we, how you really spend money at Walmart is all the clearance stuff. So when you go to the clearance, and I tell my wife, and we buy a lot of stuff on clearance, and we have rules about what we buy on clearance. We only buy stuff that are 50% off clearance or better. We buy a lot of it, and then we give it away because we try to help people. And so when we find really good deals, we will pick them up and bring them home, and then we wait to give them out as presents, or if somebody's in need, like children's clothing. So we do that. But you can spend a whole lot more money in the clearance section than you ever intended on spending. But it's for a good cause, because it's like we have a young girl here, a Filipina with a young baby, that they don't have a lot of money. And I told my wife the other day, I said, look, we still got, like, she has a 2-year-old. And I said, we still got a whole bunch of toddler 3 size clothing and 4s that are girl clothing in my back closet that we bought, a couple years ago at Walmart. We got them for like 25 cents an outfit. And then we've been giving them away over the years, but I told her I was in there a while back and I saw we still got all this stuff. So when they come to the party this weekend, just quietly, with nobody noticing or looking, give her a bag full of those clothes. And so that's about, you got to spend money to save money is the attitude. So, you know, Tom is saying something about waffling. I do like waffles, especially Belgian waffles are one of my favorites. So that's what we do. We go to the clearance and we look, and we've shipped a lot of clothes to the Philippines over the years that we've gotten on clearance here. So we do like the clearance very, very much. I bought a bunch of Razorback football jerseys a couple of years ago, and got them really cheap, and we give those away as birthday gifts. I bought like 50 of them. I think they were $1.50 each. And since we live in Arkansas country, when we have friends and family members have birthdays, I always give them a Razorback shirt. You know, what's this channel for? That's Craig. That's in Europe, Belgium. Yes, it is. And they have really good waffles, don't they, Craig? So we do that a lot. And now sometimes we buy stuff and flip them. CB says, "Hey, they found Elliot." What do you mean? The body was not. It was a. Did you? Are you saying? I haven't seen the news lately. So did they find Elliot? Because that body was not Elliot. So the official Philippine government has come out and said the body that washed up on shore was not Elliot Eastman. So, I'm asking you. Oh, no, sorry, they did not. They did not. Sorry, CB, sorry. They did not. The body was that of a local man who was in a feud, a family feud, with another family over a turf war or something. And, but there is apparently 5 or 6 of them shot on boats. That's how the bodies got in the water. So that one definitively was not his. So, but we haven't heard anything else about anything else. So that's the only piece of the puzzle that is completed. Where he is, what happened, nobody still knows the freaking thing. Well, they don't really have basements in the Philippines, Tom. Sorry, they don't have basements there. Dennis says, if it was not for his pickpockets, I would not have sex at all. Oh my God. Oh, Dennis. Happy to give an update. And I did a little video just a minute ago. It's only like 1:30 long. If you guys will go back and watch that, that would help. But, it explains it in a little bit more details. But the end of the story is that body was not him. Happy to do it. Ride a lot of trains in, Dennis. That's right. That's sad, Dennis. Do you put, Dennis, are you encouraging the pickpocketing? Are you taking like a dollar bill and putting a string on it and attaching it to your pocket and have it just barely hanging out of your pocket, encouraging them to, to pickpocket you? Dennis, I never turned down a ride. Yes. Smart man. Soul says, "Hey, Dennis, man, standing on the toilet is high on the pot." That is funny. Yeah, it's high on the pot. Praying to the porcelain god, I guess. Wow, Dennis likes your answer. So, but that is funny. It's high on pot. But now, so. See, we have a good group of people. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of intellectual people that come and join us on this channel. So, myself not even included in that. So if you take me out of the equation, we have the smartest channel on the internet. So yeah, there's no other news than that. I mean, I think another week goes by and And there won't even be an investigation anymore in the Philippines. Yeah, laughing is good for the soul, right? Soul. I mean, even when you're, and this is proven through clinical study, even if you're depressed, a little laughter can help you get out of that depression a lot faster. It can improve your mental health and well being tremendously. And this is at all stages of life, from children to the elderly. If you can laugh, then everything seems to be okay. Um, Dennis says, I'm okay as long as my two brain cells don't collide. I know that. Craig says, Seoul, that's Korea. I've been to Seoul. I've been to Incheon, Seoul's airport, which technically is on an island off the mainland of Seoul. I don't know if I've been to Seoul or not. Have you soothed your soul today? Raleigh's asking, that's what I tell my family when I get old. There gets to a point where I have nothing to laugh at or nothing to laugh about anymore and put me out of my misery. I agree. You know, if you don't know enough to, if your brain is so squishy, that's how I put it. If your brain is so squishy to where you can't laugh anymore, then you don't have a quality of life anymore. So I agree with you there. Craig's asking, been to Busan? Oh my goodness. Well, friends, it is noon in my part of the country. So I'm going to go wake the wife up so we can head to Walmart and get some shopping done. And I'll probably come back and do a live stream later tonight, Friday night, if I'm not too busy. Or maybe I'll do a live stream in the house. So I'm going to forewarn you that I'll be live later so you don't have to be here. So we'll go live. I got to work in the kitchen some if there's things I need to do. Maybe I'll show you guys working in the kitchen again. So Dennis, appreciate you. Craig, everybody. Riley, appreciate you. Soul, appreciate you. We even appreciate Tom and his tomfooleriness. So we appreciate everybody. Thank you all for the thumbs up. And go watch our YouTube videos and subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. Dennis, hopefully you'll stop by on Saturday for sure and watch the girls in their costumes, right? So hopefully we'll see you Saturday if I don't see you before then. Take care, guys.